guys, Supergirl Productions here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a custom minifigure showcase on the figure I've made from the new DC show Stargirl. This figure, I actually planned to release the showcase for this figure last week when the first episode premiered, but I was set aback by having lack of reference for the boots, and so I decided that I'd just release it when the second episode came out, which is what I have done here. This figure was a fun figure to make. Most of the figure was done for a while, besides, like I said, the no reference for the boots, which were released not too long ago. So the boots may or may not be accurate because they are based off of concept art. But yeah, and I did see the first episode of the show. It's actually pretty good show. I'm excited to see what they do in episode 2. It was also really cool seeing the Justice Society, because when we saw them in Legends of Tomorrow, the Justice Society in Legends of Tomorrow was okay. Wouldn't exactly say it was the best, and it was also short-lived, so it's also really cool to be getting to see them in Stargirl. Now, I may or may not make a few Justice Society members later on as the show progresses, but for right now, I just have Stargirl. And without further ado, we can go ahead and get into the showcase video. Alright guys, and here she is, and give you a full 360 as usual. And let me just get the staff out of the way here, so you can get a better look at the figure. Now a few parts of this figure were actually taken from the collectible series minifigure that LEGO had released. As you can see, the top of the staff, I used that on my custom one, and then the arms from the figure that LEGO released, I actually repainted those here with dark blue, outlined them with my own black, and brightened up the white with the stars, because on the blue printing it is a little dull, so I brightened it up. The hair is the Wonder Woman hairpiece, which I painted in my own blonde color. I have no idea what, actually, I think this head that I used was from the Endgame Rescue Pepper Potts. Couldn't remember for a second where it was from, but I think that's what this head is. It was used there. I don't know where else it was used previously. It's kind of stuck to the hair, and I don't really want to pull it off, risk ruining the paint on the mask, but it was painted with the same blue that you see on the rest of the figure, and then I added dark blue for detail and some metallic blue. Tried to get it a little bit like her actual mask in the show, as it was seen on the poster, because you do get a good close-up of the mask, and so I tried to put as much detail as I could. There's not too much detail on the base of the figure itself. It's just mainly dark blue. I was thinking of brushing it over with metallic, but I decided to leave it as just plain dark blue, since I think it still looks good that way. Now, the torso was just a normal LEGO torso. I sanded curves into the side, sculpted the chest, and the pouches and the buckle on the belt are sculpted. The rest of the belt is made out of E-tape, and then I painted the flesh color for her crop shirt. The star on the torso is sculpted, and I did try to carve the detail into there. It does kind of get covered up a bit with the white. And like I said earlier about the arms, these were from the official Stargirl that I just painted. I repainted them in my own color, dark blue, and then the white to brighten them up. And then the hands are just normal dark red hands. I sculpted the top of the gloves, as you can see there. And then the legs were flesh legs that I painted the shorts and the white lines there. The tops of the shorts are painted, and the boots, give you guys a look at that. The detail does wrap around all four sides. I tried to paint, I don't know if it's her socks that stick up at the top, or it's just the top of the boots have like a red and white stripes, but I did add that. I tried to paint the laces, and then I did paint the white soles at the bottom of the shoes, or the boots. And now for the cosmic staff. This was made of several LEGO pieces. I was originally going to sculpt the staff, but LEGO's actually made a decent piece, and so I was like, you know what, I'll just glue a bunch of random LEGO pieces together. So I did take the rod and the top piece of the staff. And I did have to cut off a little piece of the staff so it wouldn't be super long. And then I modified a Lego bucket handle, and I actually did drop this and it snapped in half and I had to glue it back on. It was even before, but once I dropped it, it kind of angled a bit, so it's not exactly even anymore. As you can probably see, that staff does tilt more to that side. It was straight before, but once I dropped it, it ruined it. And then after I glued the bucket handle to the rod, I just glued the this piece up here. And there is a little rod that I did have to glue on the inside. The piece that I chopped off of here, I did have to glue it on the inside so this would hold better and it wouldn't break off. But yeah, so that's it for Stargirl, and now we can go ahead and wrap up this video. Alright guys, so that about does it for Stargirl. Like I said, I do plan to eventually maybe make some more characters from the show. A stripe would actually be a interesting thing to try to build in Lego. I would do a brick-built model of that instead of an actual custom, since that would be a ton of sculpting, and don't really want to go through all that. It would probably have some sculpting on it and custom painted items if I were to make that, and you'd definitely be able to fit Pat on the inside of the stripe build. So that's something that I may end up building real soon. As for other projects that I have going on, still nothing else has changed since the last showcase that I did. The only other thing would be, I did sort of complete my Rex. I think I showed him in the last video where he was incomplete. He's basically complete now. Everything's done. I'm still working on other figures from Clone Wars. I still have my Gotham customs planned. Those I haven't really worked on as much in the last few weeks. I'm planning to pick up my MCU project. I'm planning to pick that back up with the Phase 1 movies, making figures from those. And yeah, so that about does it for this video. Really hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. And bye.